Dear students, welcome to this science class. In the last class, we were discussing about the electricity topic, and then we were discussing about the resistance, that is nothing but factors affecting the resistance of a conductor. Right? In the last class, we discussed about the four factors which is going to have an effect on the resistance of a conductor. What are those factors? First one is the length of the conductor. Second one is the area cross section of the conductor. Third one is the temperature, and fourth one is the nature of the material. So if you remember those things, there is nothing but because R is directly proportional to here, there is nothing but it is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Second one is R is inversely proportional to 1 by A. That is nothing but R is inversely proportional to A. That is nothing but area cross section. Right? R is directly proportional to the capital T. That is nothing but as temperature increases, resistance of the conductor increases. And the fourth one is the nature of the material. Fourth one is the nature of the material. Right? By using these things, we derive a formula that is nothing but R equal to rho L divided by A, where rho is the resistivity of the material, that is nothing but nature of the material. We are going to study about the resistivity in today's class. Where L is the length of the conductor and A is the area of the cross section. A is the area of the cross section. So another factor is there which is going to affect the resistance of a conductor. So it is related to the area, but in the problems or in the numericals, in the examination they are going to give that thing. So if they give the directly that thing, you are going to use this factor which I am going to write now to calculate the resistance of that conductor directly. Don't go on calculating the area of the conductor, then length of the conductor, and using that formula going to calculate the resistance of the conductor. So if they given the parameter, that parameter directly this formula. That is nothing but R is directly inversely proportional to 1 by d square. R is inversely proportional to 1 by d square. That is nothing but resistance of the conductor is depend on the diameter of the conductor. Depend on the diameter of the conductor. So next point is the diameter of the conductor. How it depends on the diameter of the conductor? That is nothing but resistance of the conductor. Resistance of the conductor is inversely proportional to square of the diameter. Square of the diameter. Remember these things. Resistance is inversely proportional to the square of the diameter. Resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. Resistance is inversely proportional to the area of the conductor. In the same manner, resistance is inversely proportional to the square of the diameter. So if the diameter increases, the resistance is going to decrease. If the diameter decreases, the resistance of the conductor is going to increase. So it is R is inversely proportional to 1 d square. Inversely proportional to what? D square. So why it is inversely proportional to d square? See here, we already know that resistance is inversely proportional to the area of the conductor. Remember this thing. So area of the conductor, area of the cross section of the conductor is given as how? If we take this area, which is a cross section of a conductor. So how are we going to find out the area of this cross section? That is nothing but we have the formula for the calculating area of cross section as A equal to pi r square. A equal to pi r square. Say these dimensions are very small. If you take the wire, those dimensions are very small. So we can't calculate the midpoint. We can't calculate the radius of this conductor. For that reason, we are going to calculate directly the diameter. We are going to measure directly the diameter. So that diameter is directly related to the radius of that thing. So diameter D is equal to 2 into R. r can be written as d by 2. Half of the diameter is equal to r. We can write like this. So therefore, pi d square divided by 4. 5 pi d square divided by 4. Since area can be written like this, pi d square divided by 4. That is nothing but pi r square divided by 4. It can be written like this. So if we take out the constant value, pi is the constant value as well as 4 is the constant value. Therefore, what will become here? A is equal to d square. A is equal to d square. Right? Now see here, diameter, area of the cross section is directly proportional to the d square. In the same manner, if the diameter is increased, what will happen here? The resistance is going to decrease. For that reason, here see here, we have the formula here that is nothing but r is inversely proportional to 1 by a, which can be written as r is inversely proportional to, in the value of a, we can put d square here. So therefore, d square, this statement here, that is nothing but resistance of the conductor is inversely proportional to the square of the diameter. Square of the diameter. So this is the fifth factor. It is not the factor. Don't write these factors in your examination. Write these 4 factors only. If the numericals they give the questions like this, then only you go for this formula. That is nothing but r is inversely proportional to 1 by d square. So these are the factors affecting the resistance of a conductor. So remember all those factors. Now next we are going to study about the resistivity of the conductor. So what is the resistivity of the conductor? So what is the resistivity of the conductor? So resistivity, that is nothing but it is given as rho, symbol rho. Now what is the resistivity of the conductors? We are going to take another general example. Yesterday's example only. We have 3 students like A, B and C. Here the property of writing 20 pages per hour. Here the property of 15 pages per hour. Here the property of 10 pages per hour. So he is going to write 20 pages, he is going to write 15 pages, he is going to write 10 pages. Right? And we have here a homework of 60 pages. Homework of 60 pages. Along with that, they are switching on the TV. Along with that, we are switching on the TV. See here. Now, his capability of working is 20 pages per hour, so that is going to complete that thing in 3 hours. Complete that thing in 3 hours. So, if you see here, the B student is going to complete those 30 pages in 4 hours. 4 hours. Homework is same, you have to write that thing same only, but since here the more capability, here the less capability is going to write less and he is going to write more. In the same manner, resistivity is not nothing but it is the resistance. It is the resistance which is present in the conductor which is opposing the flow of electric current. Which is opposing the flow of electric current. So if you see here, it is already there in the capability. So you can write 15 pages only, you can write 20 pages only. Why? He is writing 5 pages less in 1 hour compared to A student. Saying his characteristics, his property is that he is going to write only 15 pages per hour. So it is his property. There is no external disturbance is coming to him. If the external disturbance is coming to him, then we can say that because of that he is writing 15 pages. But there is no external disturbance. His capability is only 15 pages per hour. Because of that, he is writing only 15 pages. There is no external. That external force which is going to come into action here. And another thing here, his capability is 15. That means he is going to write only 15 pages. Is the property. It is his property. In the same manner, it is his property that he is going to write 20 pages per hour. 20 pages per hour. If you give 25 pages per hour, he is going to write 20 pages per hour. If you give 30 pages per hour, he is going to write 20 pages per hour. It is his property. Now, resistivity, whatever we are studying here is about the resistivity. which is already present in that conductor, which is already present in that conductor. See here, this is the conductor. Resistance is nothing but the flow of, it is the resistance or opposing force to the flow of electric current. So without applying external force, external resistance, already there is a resistance which is present in this conductor, which is opposing the flow of electric current to this conductor. That is nothing but it is the resistivity. It is the resistivity. So that we can define resistivity as resistivity, the property of conductor, the property of conductor which opposes the flow of electric current, which opposes the flow of electric current, and it is denoted as rho, and symbol for rho is like this. And the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. The SI unit of resistivity is rho is ohm meter. Right. So it is also resistance also resistance. So here he is going to write 20 pages, he is going to write 15 pages, he is going to write 10 pages. That is nothing but here is 5 pages or less. So his only property, his characteristic is nothing but he is going to write 5 pages less than him. So we can't change his property. So this property is nothing but the property of writing 5 pages is nothing but it is the resistance of this student which is already present in him. That is nothing but his property. So in the same manner, resistivity is the acting only. All which is present in the conductor that is opposing the flow of electric current, without applying the external resistance. Right? Now see here. Now here we are going to write 20 pages, A is going to write 20 pages, B is going to write 15 pages, C is going to write 10 pages. Before switching on the TV. What will happen when I switch on the TV in front of them? Is it possible that he is going to write 20 pages, B is going to write 15 pages and C is going to write 10 pages? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Since there is an external disturbance coming in the form of the TV. There is an external disturbance coming in the form of the TV. So that because of that, the 20 pages writing capability of A is going to reduce to 10 pages. It is going to write 10 pages. And B is going to write 25 pages. He is going to write 25 pages per hour and he is going to write 25 pages per hour. So their capability is 20 pages per hour, but they are writing only 10 pages per hour. Why? Because of the external disturbance which is coming in the form of the TV. So in the TV, because of the TV, the writing capability is reduced. In the same manner, whatever the property is present here, in this case is nothing but it is the resistivity. That is nothing but here the resistivity of this thing is 5 less than that of the A. In the same manner, whatever the external TV we are taking here, it is nothing but the resistance. That is nothing but it is an external factor. We are going to give the resistance to a circuit that the flow of electric current is getting reduced. But this resistivity is nothing but it is already there in the conductor which is already opposing the flow of electric current. It is the property. So we can't change the resistivity here, but the resistance can be given externally. So if there is no presence of the TV, what will happen? They are going to write 20 pages. Because of the TV, they are writing 10 pages. In the same manner, without resistance, the conductor is going to carry the electric current in a high amount. If you put the conductor resistance there, the current carrying capability of that conductor is going to get reduced. So this is the force, or this is an external factor which is going to reduce the current carrying capability. But this is already there in that conductor. That is nothing but it is the property of the conductor resistivity is the property of the conductor. So next, we already know that SI unit of the resistivity is nothing but what? It is the ohm meter. It is the ohm meter. So how does the ohm meter come here? Now if you see here the formula, that is nothing but R equal to rho L divided by A. So then R equal to rho L divided by A, which is can be written as rho equal to what? R A divided by L. R A divided by L. So what is the SI unit of the resistance? We already know that it is ohm. What is the SI unit of the area? That is nothing but we already know that it is the meter square. Whole divided by what is the SI unit of the length, which is given as meter. So 1 meter get cancelled here. So what remains there? That is nothing but ohm meter. Because of that thing, the SI unit of the resistivity is nothing but what? It is the ohm meter. It is the ohm meter. Right? This is all about the resistivity. So in the problem examination, they are going to ask about the define 1 ohm meter of resistivity. In the examination, they are going to ask define 1 ohm meter. Define 1 ohm meter of resistivity. One ohm meter of resistivity. When does a conductor is going to have a resistivity of 1 ohm meter? So they are going to ask the define 1 ohm meter of resistivity of a conductor. So we are going to define here. So I am going to solve it numerically here, so that we are going to define the 1 ohm meter. So let us take the length of the conductor as 1 meter. Length of the conductor as 1 meter. Length of the conductor as 1 meter. Area cross section as 1 meter square. Area cross section is equal to A is equal to how much? 1 meter square. And resistance of that conductor as 1 ohm. Resistance of the conductor as 1 ohm. That's nothing but R is equal to 1 ohm. Right. So what we have to calculate here? We have to calculate the resistivity of the conductor. Resistivity of the conductor. So we don't know that value, so that rho is equal to question mark. Right. We already have the formula for the resistivity, that is nothing but rho equal to RL divided by A. RA divided by L. Therefore, we know that R equal to rho L divided by A. Therefore, rho equal to RA divided by L. It is multiplication. This will become division. So rho equal to what is the R value here? It is 1 ohm. What is the value of area here? That is 1 meter square into 1 meter square. What is the value of length here? It is given as 1 meter. So meter 1 meter get cancelled. What remains there? 1 ohm and 1 meter. 1 ohm and 1 meter. Then we can say that rho is equal to 1 ohm meter. Then we can say that rho is equal to 1 ohm meter. So to get the value of resistivity as 1 ohm meter, what we are taking here? The length of the conductor we are taking here 1 meter, and the area of the cross section we are taking here 1 meter square, and the resistance of the conductor is given as 1 ohm. Then the resistivity of the conductor is coming 1 ohm meter. It is coming as 1 ohm meter. So by using this data, we are going to define the resistivity of the conductor as 1 ohm meter. So how are we going to define the resistivity of the conductor as 1 ohm meter here? See here, resistivity of the conductor 1 ohm meter can be defined as the if that conductor having a length of 1 meter, area cross section 1 meter square, and the resistance of the conductor is equal to 1 ohm, then you can say that the resistivity of the conductor is equal to 1 ohm meter. In this manner, you can define the 1 ohm meter. Either you can use your textbook statement or definition. Either you can take definition which is given in examples or some notes, or if you don't remember those definitions, just directly remember the formula that nothing but rho equal to RL divided by A, and using this data try to make a definition so that all the definitions which were defined up to this point all should contain these points. It should contain this point and this point. Then if you show those points, your definition is accurate only. If you don't worry about the textbook definition, don't worry about the definition which is given in the note. Just try to make a definition using this data. So I am going to make a definition here. If the conductor having a length of 1 meter, area cross section 1 meter square, and area cross section 1 meter square, and the resistance of the conductor is 1 ohm, then we can say that resistivity of the conductor is 1 ohm meter. See here, if the conductor is having 1 meter length, 1 meter square area of cross section and 1 ohm the resistance, then the resistivity of the conductor is nothing but how much? It is equal to 1 ohm meter. It is equal to how much? It is equal to 1 ohm meters. In your textbook, they are given some values of the resistivity of some conductors. They are given the value of the resistivity of the copper, tungsten. They are given the value of the resistivity of the silver, iron, gold, aluminium, iron. Everything is given in your textbook. They are given a table of the resistivity of the different type of conductors. So that table is not for memorization purpose. They are just given the values of those things. So don't try to memorize those things. In the problems, they are going to give the value of the resistivity and they are going to mention the name of the conductor which is used there. So don't worry about those things. They are given just outline to know about the different resistivity of the different conductors. And remember one thing again. If more the resistivity, the current carrying capacity of that conductor is less. If the less the resistivity, the more the current carrying capacity of that conductor. So the current carrying capacity of the conductor depends on the resistivity. Current carrying capacity of the conductor depends on the what? It depends on the resistivity. So if you want to say a good conductor or a bad conductor, we have to check the value of the resistivity of those conductors. If the resistivity of the conductor is given very less, that means it's a good conductor of electric current. If the value of the resistivity is given very high, that means that is a bad conductor of electricity, or we can say that it is an insulator. It is an insulator. By using those values, we are differentiating good conductor as well as bad conductor. So if you want to take an example, I am going to take an example of the copper wire. I am going to take an example of copper conductor here. So the value of the resistivity of the copper is given as 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. In your textbook, it is given as 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. Right? Or it is given as 1.6. No, it is 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meters. So see here, 10 raised to minus 8. It is larger value, or it is very smaller value. It is very smaller one. So the resistivity of the copper wire is very small. It is very less. So the resistance to the current to a copper wire is very less. For that reason, the copper wire is known as good conductor of electric current. It is known as what? It is known as good conductor. See, the value of the copper wire the resistivity of that copper wire is very less. It is very less. In the same way, if we take another example, if it is given as 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 6 ohm meters. So from these things, which one is larger value here? 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 8 or 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 6? The 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 6 is a larger one. Larger one. What does it mean? That the current carrying capacity of this coil is nothing but 10 into 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 6 ohm meter. The resistivity of that wire is high. That means it is going to oppose more amount of the current. It is going to oppose the more amount, or it is going to give more amount of resistance to the current. If it is going more amount of resistance to the current, which wire you are going to use? You are going to use the copper wire, since the copper wire is having less resistance or less resistivity. By using these values, we can say that it is a bad conductor and it is a good conductor. Comparing both the values, not all the values, comparing both the values. So this is about the resistivity. Now next, on which factors resistivity is different? We already know that resistance is going to different length of the conductor, area of the cross section, and diameter as well as temperature. So on which factors resistivity is going to depend? On those which factors affecting the resistivity. Factors affecting the resistivity. So we have two factors that is going to affect the resistivity. That is not the length as well as not the area of cross section. The first factor which is going to affect the resistivity is the temperature. First factor is the temperature. Second factor is the nature of the material. Second factor is the nature of the material. Now if you take the first factor here, temperature. We already discussed about the temperature, that is nothing but a conductor having minus plus charge, that is nothing but electron as well as protons. What will happen if you heat it? Whatever the electrons which are present in their conductor is going to jump away. They are going to jump out from there. If the electrons are jumping out from there, what will happen? The number of conductors are going to get reduced. That means the current carrying capability of their conductor is getting reduced. If the current carrying capability of that conductor is getting reduced, what does it mean? The resistance of that conductor is increasing. That is nothing but the resistivity. That is nothing but the resistivity. So the resistivity goes on increasing as the temperature increases. Resistivity goes on increasing as the temperature increases. Therefore, rho increases as T increases. Rho increases as T increases. If we take the example of the Ohm's law only, when doing that Ohm's law, if you use the conductor, why we are taking the constant temperature there? Due to this condition, if the temperature increases, the resistivity of the conductor increases. That is nothing but the current carrying capability of the conductor is going to decrease. Right. In the same manner, nature of the material. If you take here nature of the material, what will happen if I change the material only? Now already I have two materials here. One is having 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meters. Another is having 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 6 ohm meters. So if you change the material, first material to the second material, what will happen? Automatically the resistivity of both the materials is going to change. If I am using the copper, it is going to give the resistivity of 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 8. If you are using another material, it is going to have the resistivity as 1.84 into 10 raised to minus 6 ohm meters. Directly the resistivity is changing. So that resistivity is also depend on the nature of the material. As the nature of the material changes, the resistivity of that material is also going to change. So these are the two factors which is affecting the resistivity of a conductor. So in the next class, we are going to solve some numericals as well as we are going to see about those things, that nothing but R is directly proportional to L, by using some values to understand those things. Up to that point, thank